Okay, picture this. We're about to take a breathtaking drone flight over one of the most vibrant, colorful nations on Earth. Imagine soaring high above the clouds, looking down at a landscape that literally changes with every single mile.
So, have you ever wondered how one country can have the world's highest mountains, vast deserts, dense forests, fertile plains, beautiful beaches, and tropical islands? Welcome to the amazing geographical diversity of India.
Here is the map for our virtual tour today. We'll kick things off with a quick intro, then head up to the mighty mountains and fertile plains. From there, we'll sweep across the desert and the plateau, cruise down to the beautiful coasts and tropical islands, check out the diverse climate and wildlife, and finally, wrap up with exactly why all this diversity actually matters to the people who live there.
All right, let's jump right into Section 1, an introduction to India's geography.
So if we zoom straight into the continent of Asia, we find India. And this massive country isn't just huge in terms of size. It is genuinely one of the most geographically diverse countries in the entire world. The sheer variety of landforms packed inside these borders it's absolutely staggering.
Moving right along to Section 2, mighty mountains and fertile plains.
Up in the very north, the Himalayas are often called the Water Tower of India. And, well, why is that? Because these towering snow-covered peaks and massive glaciers actually give birth to major life-sustaining rivers. Plus, up there in the freezing extreme altitude, you've got this incredible wildlife perfectly adapted to the cold. Think elusive snow leopards and big shaggy yaks just roaming through the icy slopes. Now, all that mountain ice and snow, it has a destination. Those glacial rivers, specifically the Ganga, the Yamuna, and the Brahmaputra, flow rushing down from the mountains to create the northern plains. They deposit the super-rich soil along the way, turning the land into incredibly fertile agricultural fields. It's a real game-changer for the farmers there, who grow abundant crops like wheat, rice, and sugarcane. And because of all that amazing food production, this area has become a perfect, densely populated home for millions of people.
So, we just went from the freezing, quiet mountain peaks straight down to the bustling, fertile farming plains. But before we move on, I have to share this. Fun fact, the mighty Himalayas are actually still growing taller every single year. Because the Earth's tectonic plates are constantly shifting underneath the surface, these giant mountains are literally pushing further up into the sky. How cool is that?
All right, let's head into Section 3, the desert and the plateau.
As we travel west and south, the landscape flips entirely. Over in the west, we hit the Thar Desert. Picture endless golden sand dunes, camels trekking across the hot sands, and traditional desert villages that have adapted to a really hot climate with practically zero rainfall. It's tough, dry terrain. But then, as you move south, the sand gives way to the Peninsular Plateau. This is a vast, rocky landscape dotted with gorgeous waterfalls. And beneath all that rock, the plateau is absolutely packed with mineral resources, which is a huge deal for the country's industry.
Having journeyed across those hot golden sands and solid resource-heavy rocks, here's another awesome piece of trivia. Fun fact, the Peninsular Plateau is one of the oldest landmasses on Earth. Long before the Himalayas even existed, this massive rocky formation was already sitting right there, standing strong. Let's sweep down to Section 4. Beautiful coasts and tropical islands.
As our virtual drone reaches the edges of the country, we find the coastal plains, flanked by the Arabian Sea on one side and the Bay of Bengal on the other. Just try to picture it, relaxing beaches lined with swaying coconut trees, little fishing boats bobbing in the water, and busy, active trade ports that have connected India to the rest of the world for centuries. And if we venture even further out into the ocean, we discover the islands, like the Andaman and Nicobar and Lakshadweep. The underwater world there is just bursting with vibrant coral reefs and incredibly diverse marine life.
So we've wrapped up our tour of the sandy beaches and sailed out into the tropical waters. But did you know the name Lakshadweep literally translates to 100,000 islands in Sanskrit? While there aren't quite 100,000 of them out there today, it really shows just how expansive and awe-inspiring these island chains have always felt.
Next up, Section 5, diverse climate and wildlife.
Now, as you scan across the country, the weather shifts drastically. You have incredibly heavy rainfall over in the northeast and freezing snowfall up in Kashmir. Then, almost like you've stepped onto another planet entirely, you transition into the bone-dry climate of Rajasthan and finally down into the warm, humid, tropical weather of southern India. It is literally an entire world of climates packed onto a single map.
And you know what? All these wildly different climates create perfectly tailored homes for different creatures. Up in the freezing Himalayan forests, you have snow leopards and red pandas. Move down into the tropical forests and grasslands, and you'll find a stunning array of wildlife. We're talking tigers, giant elephants, rhinoceroses, lions, and peacocks. Even the waterways are teeming with life. You can literally find dolphins swimming through the rivers and the dense mangroves.
This extreme variety of climates across the country allows for the survival of such diverse species. Which brings us to a truly spectacular fun fact. India is the only country in the entire world where both tigers and lions are found in the wild. It really is a testament to how rich and varied these natural habitats are.
Okay, let's bring it all together in Section 6, why this diversity matters.
Geography isn't just about rocks and rivers, right? It fundamentally shapes human life. It dictates farming, the food we eat, our clothing, housing, jobs, and even our culture and festivals. For example, think about a kid growing up in the snowy mountains. Their house is probably built to keep the heat in, they wear thick woolen clothes, and their local diet is totally different from a kid living down on the tropical coast, who might wear light cottons, eat fresh seafood, and live in a house designed to let the sea breeze flow right through. When it comes to daily life, geography is destiny.
We've looked at the 6 major physical regions today, and it all leads to this beautiful summary quote. India's geographical diversity is one of its greatest strengths. From mighty mountains to peaceful beaches, every region is unique and plays an important role in the life of our country.
All right, time for a quick quiz. Let's take a quick second here to test your new knowledge with a fun, interactive review of everything we just covered.
Let's test your knowledge. I'll read the question, give you a few seconds to think, and then reveal the answer. Ready? Question 1. What are the Himalayas known as? Take a few seconds to think. Got it? The answer is the Water Tower of India. Question 2. Which region is densely populated due to fertile soil? Think about where those rivers flow. That's right, the Northern Plains. Question 3. Name the desert with a hot climate and extremely low rainfall. Any guesses? It's the Thar Desert. Question 4. Which region is rich in mineral resources? Here's a hint. It's very rocky. The Peninsular Plateau. And finally, question 5. Where can you find vibrant coral reefs? Think tropical waters. In the islands, like the Andaman and Nicobar and Lakshadweep. Great job, everyone. Our incredible journey through these landscapes really makes you wonder, if geography shapes so much of how people live, how does the geography of your own hometown shape you? Keep exploring, keep learning, and I'll catch you on the next explainer.